Hey guys, welcome to part 2. We're starting this off on a fairly disappointing note with the sequel, The Legend of Zorro, which is just a horrifically disappointing sequel. I don't know why I own it, probably just own the whole series, but not good. The Mask of Zorro, and this is what I'm talking about, Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins in one of the best action movies of the 90s. So much fun. You can watch it for days. It's great. Meet the Fockers. Honestly, I like the first one much less than this is probably the best out of this series, but that's not saying a whole lot. But yeah, it's okay. Alright, the Hellboy movies, Hellboy 1 and Hellboy 2. This Hellboy 2 is this really awesome thing where it changes to a comic book look. But these are two of my favorite superhero movies. Dark, unique, funny, brilliantly directed. Man, they need to make a third Hellboy, because these are just great films. I love Ron Perlman as Hellboy. Click, another Sandler movie that I think is underrated. It's kind of like a modern-day It's a Wonderful Life in a way. Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. Alright, now this is a movie that you can either love or hate, and the more I watch it, the less I can get through, honestly. This is a classic example of style over substance, and while it does have some stunning sequences in it, I don't know. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which I actually really like. It's the only one of the Star Wars prequels that I feel is really good. But it is. It's got some stunning action sequences, and I mean stunning, and that can't be denied. And this mangled case here is Star Wars Episode 2, which I don't like, but I own. Next pile, we have The Town, great movie by Ben Affleck. The Star Trek reboot. 50 First Dates, another Adam Sandler movie. One of his best as well, very funny and sweet romantic comedy. The Longest Yard, another Adam Sandler movie. Why do I own this? Sweet Home Alabama. On a decent and funny and kind of sweet movie, but I don't watch it very often. I just bought it because I have a crush on Reese Witherspoon. Terminator Salvation. Wow, like 3 or 4 bad movies in a row. I'm sorry, guys. This movie I actually like a little more than most. It's got some really good action sequences in it, but I mean, it's the worst of not the worst. It's the second worst of the Terminator movies. Finally, a good one. Okay, Gladiator. Gladiator, guys, is just fantastic. One of the best acted and best directed movies that has come along in the past decade, and Russell Crowe's a brilliant actor. Inception. Need I say more? A classic among classics. The Super Mega Ultra edition of Avatar, which is a movie I love less by the day, but still, the extended cut. It has 3 versions of the movie: the original, the extended cut, and the extended cut. And I actually felt like the extended cut was worth watching. It's a good movie. It's definitely just derived from other things, and it's got a bunch of special features that I haven't even tapped into yet. The A-Team, which I feel is a really underrated film. I love it. Love it to death. Casino Royale, best James Bond movie ever. The Social Network, David Fincher, brilliant. Mission Impossible 2 and 3, I like both of them. District 9, one of the greatest sci-fi movies ever made. The original Star Wars trilogy, yes, I know you thought I only own the prequels, but I have 4, 5, and 6. The only regrettable part of this is that it is, in fact, the altered versions, and that I really want the originals, but not a big deal. The Indiana Jones trilogy, because they've only made 3 Indiana Jones movies. God, come on, people. This is a great box set, by the way. The special features on this are just stunning. Anyway, Back to the Future box set, another great trilogy. All 3 movies are great. The Ides of March. If you want to do Ryan Gosling double feature, we have Drive here, which is another great movie that I love more and more each time I watch. Crazy Stupid Love. Amazon accidentally sent me it. It's decent. G Adjustment Bureau, very underrated film. The Fighter, great sports movie, right behind Warrior, I think. Batman Gotham Knight, a really fun anime that a bunch of different anime directors made. The original and best Kung Fu Panda. 7, Great Murder Mystery. Both hangovers. Don't worry, I don't just own part 2. I'm not insane. It's just I wanted the whole series. King Kong, the remake, which I enjoy a great deal, even though they spend way too much time on the damn boat, but that's beside the point. Episodes of the original Incredible Hulk TV show, which I think is just great campy goodness. These are 2 movies here featuring Thor and Daredevil. If you haven't seen these, check these out. These are really, really fun. More Hulk stuff. I have all my Hulk stuff in one pile, so you're going to see quite a few Hulk things. The Ang Lee Hulk, which I enjoy it, even though it's a little misguided. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Harry Potter, you get it, lots of Harry Potter. Okay. Next, The Illusionist, a well-made film, but always the film that I used to put me to sleep. Not gonna lie. Employee of the Month. Why do I own this? To hell if I know. Another one I don't know why I own. My Super Ex-Girlfriend. These are all bargain bin movies, I want you to know. I didn't buy these because I love them. It's just bargain bin stuff. Once again, a bargain bin movie, cheaper by the dozen, but this one's actually alright. The Incredible Hulk, the best Hulk movie that has ever been made and they will ever make. Edward Norton was fantastic as the Hulk. I know Mark Ruffalo is going to be decent, but you cannot beat the Hulk action in this movie, and they never will. Thor, great movie. Iron Man 2. A bit disappointing, but solid nevertheless. Iron Man, the original, one of the best comic book movies ever made. Holes, which is an underrated Disney classic. The Simpsons movie, hilarious. Spaceballs, hilarious. Live Free or Die Hard. I don't own the other Die Hards for whatever reason, but I'm going to get them eventually. This movie is actually... I have a review up for this movie. I actually really like this one. And the final pile. Of course that'll happen after you film a 7-minute video. The doorbell. Great. Okay. Sorry, guys. The Aviator. Martin Scorsese. Benjamin Button. David Fincher. Brilliant. Dodgeball. Fantastic comedy. Elf. My favorite Christmas movie. Just hilarious. The Fantastic Four double feature. Don't ask me why I own them. Like I said, back in the day, I bought everything with a superhero, and that has a superhero. Starsky and Hutch, which was kind of the original version, 21 Jump Street 1.0, and I actually thought it was pretty decent. I think they should have made a sequel to this, because I really enjoy Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson, and I thought they did a good job. Bourne Supremacy, which also inside of it has the Bourne Identity, because I don't have a case for Bourne Identity, and I need Ultimatum. Good trilogy of action movies. Eagle Eye, a fairly underrated action movie starring Shia LaBeouf. Ice Age, a great animated comedy. The Forbidden Kingdom, an underrated Jackie Chan and Jet Li film. The Men in Black series, both very good. And oh wow, this is what we're ending it on? Wow. Finally, Mr. Deeds, one of Adam Sandler's weakest films, and yet I still own it. And that was my DVD collection, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, you should subscribe to my channel, and until next time, I'm Movie Kid Mike, making sure your time is worth your money.